Hello, and welcome back for yet another episode of RV Life. What I eat in a week, brought to you by the Danae Collective. Hi, I'm Danae, and this is episode 30. I swear Jack is getting into this habit every day when I come home from work or at some point during my day off. He's like, hey, I want to go outside. I want my 5 minutes of grass, if you don't mind. So I am trying to get him to maybe stop chewing on grass so frequently when we're out there, mostly because I don't want him making himself sick. But I'm so happy that he doesn't go chasing after the bunnies. He just kind of like stares at them from afar. I will say this though, yesterday I let him outside, we were chilling for a little bit, and a bird landed on the opposite side of one of the hedges, and we could see it through the like spacing in the root on the bottom, and this little demon just took off after it, and I was like, oh my god. Thankfully he did not catch the bird, so I didn't end up with a dead bird or anything like that as my present. But it was both very surprising and highly jarring. So I guess I'm gonna have to watch out for him. Here I thought he was gonna be too timid to go after anything, but I guess it's the birds. The birds can get it. Okay, so it's a new day and I am in the mood for some ground turkey meat. I really need to remember not to bother turning that light on because I think that that's where that weird sunlight effect is coming from. Probably be like a combination of that light being there and my camera trying to focus and refocus. So I need to get out of the habit of turning that on. Anyway, distracted. I took out some ground turkey meat. I think like a day in advance to this, so I let it defrost. I am now chopping up some garlic cloves, some onion. I'm going to throw some tomatoes in my pan because I have some cherry tomatoes that I can work with. I think with this recipe, it's like the last of my jalapeno hummus. So I'm making a creamy pasta topping using the hummus. And I'm also, I think this was a night where I was just like not really in the mood to do a lot of cooking. So I pulled out a packet of ramen and I used the ramen seasoning for the meat, but I also cooked up the noodles along with some cilantro and some manchego sheep's milk cheese to make it, you know, saucy and cheesy and creamy and delicious. I was actually quite happy with this recipe. It had a good amount of spice because I did add, I think, crushed red pepper flakes to it, and obviously that jalapeno hummus went a long way. Okay, so now that I've dropped my spices in there, I'm going to go ahead and let this cook up a bit. And when it's mostly done is when I'm going to add the hummus. You know, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I love using hummus to create like a sauce. If you add broth to it or even just a bit of water, then you've got like a creamy sauce that isn't tomato based. Not to say that that makes any difference because there are tomatoes in here, but I like a white sauce every now and then, but I don't like a white sauce made with milk because it upsets my stomach. So utilizing hummus is a great way to do that because I feel like I'm getting the extra nutrients from the garbanzo beans that are in there, but I don't have the actual physical beans like to chew on that'll mess up like the texture or the vibe of the dish. So I use that. It also kind of makes for, I don't want to say the word congeal, maybe like amalgamation. That's probably also not the word I'm looking for, but whatever. It helps bind, there we go, that's a good option. It helps bind everything together so that I don't just have like a crumbly meat and veggies situation. Instead, it's more substantial, so when I mix it with my noodles, you know, it actually coats the noodles and adheres. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, there was like, I don't know, 4 weeks ago probably, where I was talking about my superfoods and things that I should try to eat more of and should try to eat less of, or not eat at all, you know, based on my digestive health and microbiome and all that nonsense, right? No offense to anybody. I don't mean it's nonsense. I just mean it's a lot, okay? So anyway, I have been trying to stay away from chicken. I really should have written down when was the last time I ate chicken, because I'm not helping myself right now by not remembering, because if you remember from the video, I'm supposed to go 30 days without eating chicken because it has some kind of plant, what was it? Some kind of plant bacteria or whatever that's prevalent, I guess, in the food that chickens eat, and therefore it's in the chicken, because whatever it was in my gut when they did my test results. So I was advised to not eat chicken for 30 days, right? But again, it doesn't really help me if I haven't paid attention to when the last time I ate chicken was. I know I haven't eaten chicken recently, but ADHD and the TISM combination does not make for a good concept of time, okay? So it could have been 2 days ago, it could have been 30 days ago. I really don't know. At this point, your girl just ain't eating chicken anymore. Which I know is probably BS, because now that I'm thinking about it, whenever I did this video, I think I just answered my question. Okay. Sorry, had an epiphany right now. So in this video, I end up air frying this buffalo chicken wing situation. Like, it's made for the oven or a convention oven, or you could throw it in an air fryer. And I bought them ages ago. They're freezer based, and I forgot that I made them, and then I remembered, and thank goodness it'll have a date on it. But I guess that was the last time that I truly ate chicken. So maybe a week and a half, I don't know. We'll find out together, huh? And here's that chicken that I totally forgot that I ate and then remembered. And, you know, we were there. We were there together. You heard the whole process. I don't know why I'm walking you through it. But I had some Panera flatbreads that were like buy one, get one at the grocery store that I bought and I put in my little outdoor fridge and completely forgot about. And then I saw them in the fridge and was like, oh no, and realized that they were going to go bad. So I ended up making that with the freezer buffalo wings that I told you about. I also met a friend for breakfast the following day. They gave me a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and I have been enjoying a lot of time here and there when the weather's been nice to go out on my bike and just see the sights and enjoy the weather, and also apparently spy alien ships. I don't know. But I've been getting like these beautiful sky shots and waterway views, and it's quite nice. I think in the future I need to make sure I bring one of my books with me so I can, do a little reading while I'm out and about. So this is a new day. This time, this is vegan corn dogs that I bought. Can't remember the brands, but they were actually really good. I cooked those in the air fryer, turned out delicious. Along with the stuffed salmon, I also cooked that in the air fryer, and these potatoes. So while some of my videos have featured the audiobooks that I've been listening to, I do also have a collection of physical books that are in my to-be-read pile. I think I have 16 now. 15 because I read one of them. It's going to be the last book that you see on the top of this stack, which is called The Long Night Moon. I quite enjoyed that because of my personal heritage and whatnot. But I think at some point I'm going to end up doing a little, not a sub-channel, but like its own little category for book reviews. Back to the food. This was after a gym day. I went to Bole because I was just craving it. They didn't have steak like I wanted, so I ended up doing tofu and chicken. I ate that second flatbread. I got a Cuban panini, and then I just saw these while at a deli that I like to go to, and I just thought it was so cute and very diverse. Here I am on yet another bike ride, enjoying the scenery. Now, this following day, this was like an acai bowl, but it was made with dragon fruit instead of acai. My straw baby plant is coming in nicely. I do think that she's starting to wilt a little bit because of the cold weather again, but now that it's back to being warm, I think she'll make a comeback. I've also been using rice water as the nutrient-rich water for her basin, and I kind of think that I may or may not try to put her into a bigger pot, but considering I'm not a green thumb, I don't want to do that too soon. And it's another new day. This time I am also making a noodle dish because I was just in the mood for noodles, I guess. This time around it's fettuccine. And I had on my mind for like 3 days, but just not the energy to do it, that I wanted to make a pasta using my cacio e pepe sauce. My white sauce that I had in my pantry, but I also wanted to use the sweet peas and mushrooms that I knew I had in my freezer. So I was like, how can I put these two together? I don't want it to just be, bland. So what I ended up doing is I took what was left of a yellow squash, diced that up, took some cherry tomatoes, split those in half, several cloves of garlic, and it's a steam bag of peas and mushrooms, but obviously I'm not going to be steaming them. I'm going to be throwing them into this pan. And also what's left of the vegan ground meat that I had in my freezer. I definitely think that I would buy this again by the Garden brand, because it's pretty good. Like, at no point do I sit there and go, I wish I had real meat. I know other people are very different, but for me, I think it really met my needs, because I really don't like meat all the time. So this was a good way for me to have like something that's textured like meat, but still gave me all those extra vegetable flavors and proteins that I wanted. And here I am spilling peas all over the floor. now that all of my ingredients have cooked down, I'm gonna go ahead and add my D'Italia cacio e pepe sauce. Don't ask me why I keep doing the voice. I feel like it's so necessary. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sauce up my veggies. I'm gonna add just a splash of water because that sauce is thick. And I'm gonna go ahead and cook my fettuccine. And once that's cooked down, I'm gonna use some of the pasta water to also help get the texture on my sauce that I'm looking for. I'm sure at some point somebody watching this has thought to themselves, I wonder if she's ever knocked the pan off the stove while she's cooking because she doesn't have a handle. Surprisingly, no. Thank goodness that has not happened because I am highly clumsy and I have worried about that over and over again every time I break out my pans to cook something. So if you're also a big klutz like me, rest assured, everything's fine. So long as you're not overly vigorous with your stirring, I think you'll be okay. Oops, looks like that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching yet another episode of RV Life, What I Eat in a Week, brought to you by the Danae Collective. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get notified of additional content. New episodes now release every Sunday. Come back and see us again soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.